Good evening to all of you that have joined us so far. Thank you for taking out the opportunity and to join us once again, creating time to be part of today's training. It's a continuation of the 1-month free training on emotional intelligence. And for those of you that have been following us for the past 2 weeks, it has been a deluge of a lot of information and then a download of so many things. And I believe you have learned a lot. And today, we're privileged to invite some of the participants in the training, and we feature them in our peace clinic. And I hope some of you joined the peace clinic and you saw how they responded well. Some of them tried, some of them actually responded like experts, and some still responded according to their level. But generally, by assessment, all of them did well. They responded well, and we had the productive conversation on the topic that was assigned to them. So tomorrow we will also be in the studio for another set of people to join us, the Peace Clinic. So it was a good experience to see that our students are discussing what they are learning. So it means that they are learning well. So I really appreciate those of you that joined the Peace Clinic today and your contribution for the success of the Peace Clinic. And then I want to also especially thank you for joining us on this training today. We are going to look at the next module, which is module 4. We have 8 modules to cover in this training, and we are in module 4. So, and we'll be done with module 4 on Sunday as well. So, and we'll send you the manual again so that you continue to look into it and prepare yourself ahead of your exam, because after your training, immediately you'll be writing your exams. No time to waste time. So thank you very much for being part of today's training. And my name once again is Ambassador Tavi Joshua. And I'm delighted to welcome all of you here. Those of you that have been so consistent, like Ambassador Obi, has been so consistent, first to always join, and I really appreciate you for that. I've been seeing you, and then the Munificence Consulting. I don't know who is that, but you also are consistent. I've been seeing you joining all the time. So then Dr. Emeka Odipo, I've been seeing you also join. So I just take time to recognize some of you that have been so consistent and have been seeing you joining meeting on time. So I really appreciate all of you and your participation. It's quite an interesting time to be in your presence. Then Gabriel or Noah. So I thank you for being part of the Peace Clinic. We appreciate you and your contribution. Mr. Peter, thank you for being part of the Peace Clinic. And Mrs. Aliu, also thank you for being part of the Peace Clinic. And Mike Inde, thank you for being part of the Peace Clinic today. It was an awesome time and experience to have the conversation with you. So today, well, like I said, we are going to look at module 4, unit 4. And like I said, if you join us, you can do way to share the link with someone, let people know that something like this is happening. And then, because I notice that you people have not been sharing. If we decided now that it's only those that share that will write these exams, people should not be surprised, because it may surprise that the event may turn out to be that those that shares only will. Because I don't know the reason why you don't want to share. You need to share so others can see and also take part. We are interested in many people participating. It's not just about you. If you alone knows it, it will still not help matters. It's where everybody knows what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to behave in particular places and certain places that, so if you have a good number of people learning what we also learn, then it will help better the society. Let those that knows about it be more than those that doesn't know, which is going to take a lot of time. Yes, but I'm not the only person that's offering training on emotional intelligence. Many people must have attended this training. Do you understand? So when I say many people know, it does not mean that I'm the only person that will make many people to know. Other people are also offering training on emotional intelligence as well. So let's cover many people, and then the society will be beautiful. So do way to share it with someone who can also participate, even if not in this one, in the next training that will be organized. They can take opportunity to participate, but at least they must have known that something like this is happening on a continual basis. So today we're going to look at Module 4, and we're going to look at the Unit 1 of Module 4. And what are we talking about? We are talking about emotional intelligence in leadership. I was sharing in my peace clinic today, I said that our leaders, most especially the Nigerian leaders, and most especially again, the leadership in African countries, there are most African countries don't have empathy in them. Do you understand? They don't have any sense of empathy. And that's why leadership has been so difficult. Do you understand? Leadership has been so problematic. Leadership itself, we have resources, we have everything, but one of the challenges that we face is the challenges of leadership, lack of leadership. Do you understand? So, and it's not that we don't have leaders. We have leaders, but there are certain qualities that we expect our leaders to have that they are not having. So it becomes a problem. Do you understand? So if we have leaders and they cannot meet up with the expectations and the yearnings of the electorate, of the people, of the citizens, then it becomes a challenge. So we have leaders, but most of them lack emotional intelligence. Do you understand? And that's why we are here in this class today, so that at least for those that are privileged to be part of this training, at least when we have opportunity to be in whatever leadership capacity, whether in government or in private institution or even in your personal endeavors, you can be able to exercise quite an understanding of what leadership is all about. Do you understand? And then you exercise your position well and be an impactful leader. So emotional intelligence in leadership is critical, and every leader is expected to, develop their emotional intelligence to such a way that it can help them to succeed in their leadership abilities or leadership position. So we will be looking at emotional intelligence in leadership, what it means. What does that mean? It refers to the ability to understand and manage your own emotion. That's you, the leader, your own emotions, and also the emotions of others. Because leadership does not exist in vacuum. Do you understand? Leadership does not exist in vacuum. Leadership does not exist in vacuum. So the only way you can succeed as a leader, or you be considered to be a leader, is when you have followers. And so if you must have followers, you must also understand how your followers feel. And that is one aspect of empathy. Do you understand? So emotional intelligence has to do with understanding and managing your own emotion first as a leader, and then also understanding and managing the emotions of others. For instance, now let me give one example. You see, considering the last protest to end bad governance in Nigeria, you heard the statement of some of our leaders. And if you look at some of those statements that they made, you can agree with me that they lack emotional intelligence. Because as leaders, we ought not to speak the way they spoke. Do you understand? So we can categorically say that they lack emotional intelligence. Because you cannot say protesters should go and protest while you will be at home eating. What does that supposed to mean? We know that you have food in your house and maybe you have it in excess. You don't even need some, but you still keep it. and you don't even want to give people that are going to on the street to say they are hungry. You understand? And so you are using that to mock those that say that they are hungry. You telling them that you go and eat, mocking those that say they don't have food, that there is hunger in the land, and then you are mocking them, telling them that you will be at home eating while they are on the street protesting. It's a clear sign of leadership insensitivity, clear sign of lack of emotional intelligence. Do you understand? Because at that time, that's not the best way to talk. Even if you don't welcome the protest, there's a way you can still talk to the protesters. Maybe the way you can talk to them, say, make them to call off their call for protest. So if you look at those statements, some call protesters idiots. Do you understand? So it clearly shows that these people lack emotional intelligence. You understand? So that's what it means. So leadership, emotional intelligence in leadership is very vital and important. And so we must, as leaders, and those of us who aspire to become leaders tomorrow, must understand our emotions and manage our emotions and that of our followers. Do you understand? The emotion and those of our followers. The emotions of our followers, we must also understand what our followers are saying, what is their concern, so that you can be able to take decisions, make policies that will alleviate the suffering of those that are also. Because if tomorrow, those of them that are claiming to be leaders in this country, and they are talking anyhow, if the protesters so desire to protest and make it so violent and make it so determined that they must on any government, they can do it. No security agents is capable enough to stop the citizen when they actually want to do it. I will give you an example. Look at the NSAS protest. When the NSAS protest started, at some point, all the police officers withdrew from the street. Do you understand? They withdrew. Nobody, the army did not come out. Do you understand? So, and even when the army came out, if the protesters so wish to continue, how many military officers will go out and kill the innocent people that want to protest and are protesting for your own welfare as well and the welfare of your children? So you will not, even your conscience will not allow you to go and shoot people like that and kill. Look at Bangladesh. What happened to Bangladesh? They protested. It was even student only that protested to a point they removed the prime minister. The prime minister has to resign and run away. You understand? That's what it means. So if the protesters so wish to protest, then you that you are calling yourself a leader, you will disappear. Many of them will disappear. In fact, even the bad government, some of them travel, they will just travel out, they have official, some of them just initiate official assignment outside the country, just to travel to be out, just so that in case of any incasities, they will know that they are safe where they are. Do you understand? That's what it means. So we should not be insensitive to the plight of the people as leaders. If you are a leader at whatever level in your home, in your organization, please be sensitive to people's feelings. That's what it means. So we'll be looking at some of the case studies of some leaders that are doing well or have done well in time past and have taken their organizations to where they are today. Do you understand? You see some of the examples. Some of them are still in the leadership position that we want to talk about. So we'll look at some of those case studies as we progress. And then some of the people that we mentioned, when we mention them, you know that, okay, these people have done well and they have built reputable institutions. Do you understand? And then, or in their leadership capacity at some point in time, they did well. Do you understand? So let's look at some of the components that expected to, as a good leader, as an emotionally intelligent leader, that you should be able to know. One is self-awareness. You must be aware of yourself, understand who you are as a leader, how you respond, how your emotions react to issues. That's number one. Number two is self-regulation. You should be able to regulate yourself, okay, as a leader. You have to regulate your emotions, not just whatever comes into your mind that you say. You say protesters are idiots, or when people are protesting, you'll be eating at home. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So don't call, you can be so provoked, you feel so bad, but don't respond like that. All right? You can talk to people, even if you are not even willing to do what they're asking for, but there's a way you can talk to them that it will reduce, the level of tension that is involved. So self-regulation is very important. Then motivation. Leaders must be driven, right, to achieve goals. All right. So if you are a leader, what legacy do you want to leave behind? What achievement will you go and say, this is what I was able to do, this is what I was able to achieve in course of time? When 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 uh, when Joe Biden was withdrawing his ambition to contest for second term, he made mention of what his administration has been able to achieve in the course of the period they have been in power. And you can see very tangible things that he mentioned. Do you understand? That's how it is. So you should be able to say what you have been able to achieve over time. So you should be driven by goals. Leaders should be driven by goals. Something must be ahead of you. Do you understand? So us want to look at this training that we are able to reach out to as many million people as possible as we can through this channel. Do you understand? If you say you don't have money, come and learn for free. If you have money, you can pay and learn for advanced ones. Do you understand? Do you understand? So we have so many things. You can also become a member. You pay a fee, become a member of the institute so that you can have opportunity to contribute massive impact. But if you don't have money, we still have something for you. Come and learn. And even if you have money, but you want to still take advantage of the free one, you come and still take. So it's open for everybody. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, we know that we're going to reach out to so many people. So leaders will be driven by certain goals. So what's your goal? Motivation. So what is motivating? What is driving you? That's what we're talking about. Then empathy. Leaders must be empathic, right? They must show empathy. They must show a sense of concern towards the people they are leading, right? So social skills, ability to resolve conflict, ability to communicate effectively with your followers makes you to be a good leader. Okay, so the good leadership is not just by making noise. So why is it that emotional intelligence in leadership matters? What make it matters, right? What make emotional intelligence in leadership matters? It matters because it helps you to build what? Better relationships. Better relationship with other leaders and with other or with your followers, with your subordinates. Do you understand? That's why it matters. Emotionally intelligent leaders can build effective relationship, better relationship, cooperative and productive relationship. That's what emotionally intelligent leaders can do. So that's why it matters. So emotionally intelligent leaders can also improve decision making if they are so intelligent, in their emotions, ability to control their emotions. Then they don't take rash decisions. They take decisions that are well informed, decisions that have been, critically put into consideration before they take such decisions. So understanding emotion helps leaders make more thoughtful decisions, thoughtful choices. It's not just even the choice of words to use. Okay, you want to talk to the people, you just consider several words and then you choose the one that benefits and suits the issue you're trying to address. Do you understand? We shouldn't have rogue leaders at all. Do you understand? We should have leaders that are sensitive to the plight of the people. That's what makes a leader a leader. So choices, it is leadership. If emotionally intelligent leaders should know that Nigeria government or Nigerian government or the presidency does not need 3 aircraft that will be seized somewhere in another country. Do you understand? There was no need for it to be in perspective in the first place. When we have something that we can go. Some countries, their leaders don't have private jets. They're using public transport to travel. Do you understand? So why should we necessarily? And if you can have one, why not have one? Why 3? And then all the 3 have been seized. So what is the meaning of that? So so it's insensitivity that the leaders will be budgeting hundreds of millions for the vehicles of the Senate and House of Rep members, and then they will tell you go and protest while we are eating. So it doesn't It doesn't. It's a lack of emotional intelligence. You understand? So choices of words also, and then even choices of policies will make you to know that this particular policy is not good at this time. Do you understand? It was so highly insensitive for just you come into power and then you announce that there's no subsidy anymore. Nothing on ground. Nothing on ground. No arrangement was made to caution the impact of that removal of subsidy. Nothing. You just pronounce. So as an emotionally intelligent leader, you don't take decisions like that. Don't make such kind of rash decisions. Do you understand? It doesn't matter. Just go in, study, understand whatever is involved before you can make such kind of pronouncement. Because the impact is on the people, and then nobody seems to care. Do you understand? So that's what it means. So emotionally intelligent leaders cannot do things like that. They have to weigh their decision and look at the impacts of that decision before they can go ahead and take such decision. Do you understand? Who do not and even forget about the decision, whatever. So that's why it matters. It matters because it built high team, morals. Do you understand? Higher team morals. Whether that is you're working in a private sector, building a team, coordinating people, morals. Do you understand? You have to boost their morale to do more. That's why a leader is an influencer. You have to motivate. You have to influence. Do you understand? You have to encourage. You have to also, demonstrate, that leadership abilities that, will motivate others to follow and follow diligently. Leadership by examples. Do you understand? I'm not telling Nigerians that it's going to be way, and we are not seeing that, and you are way why Nigerians are suffering. It's not that kind of leadership. Leadership by example. You understand? So that's why it matters. So let's look at some of the characteristics of emotionally intelligent leaders, all right, and their impact on the organization. So let's look at some of the characteristics as a leader that is emotionally intelligent. What are the attributes? What are the traits that you're going to see in such leaders? One is self-awareness. Leaders who are emotionally intelligent are aware of who they are and what they can do and how they can respond. Do you understand? So being aware of your behavior, being aware of your emotions, influences how you behave and the choices you make. So it's good that as one of the attributes of leader that you must possess is you must be aware of who you are. That's number one. Number two, you must exercise emotional control. You must exercise what? Emotional control. You don't just react. As a leader, respond to issues. Don't react to issues. You understand? Respond. And how do you respond? After thought, thoughtful response. After you mad up, give a thought to it over and over and over again. Then you now respond, not just rushing because you have seen a news on the television, on RISE TV, you see a news on the AIT, then you just come and respond because you have seen the news. It doesn't, you must not necessarily issue a press release to give a footer. Do you understand? And if somebody is going to do a kind of, then they should do it according to what you want. Don't just ask people to go and write something in your name and then post it anyhow. Do you understand? So you must know what is going on to the public in your name. If you can remember, some time ago, Atiku wrote something and he later say it's not in on account something else. Do you understand? So some of this kind of statement and denials doesn't help matters. As a leader, you must know what is going out on your account before it found its way in the public. Do you understand? So emotionally intelligent leaders must control their emotions, must manage their emotions. No, it's sometimes you're hot, but as a leader, you cool yourself down. Do you understand? And that's why you can see men sometimes demonstrate this kind of thing. Maybe something happened here. Maybe the wife may be crying, or children may be crying, but the man will just compose. Do you understand? He feel like crying as well, but he's a man. He has to maintain his position. He must, be in the leadership to coordinate what is happening. If someone comes to ask, What is happening? Then nobody will be able to talk. When I was in my village, when my elder brother's son died, my eldest brother was there, but he was crying, rolling on the ground. Everybody was crying. I was the only person that was emotionally stable to be able to respond to people that were asking questions, because the guy died of poison. Do you understand? So people wanted to know, because he was healthy, and people wanted to know what killed him, how, what is, well, you know, things like that. Do you understand? And he was poisoned by his mother. No, it wasn't even a stranger. The mother poisoned him for whatever reason. So, but you understand? So when people were coming to find out what is happening, my eldest brother, who was around, was crying. The one that his son died was not even around. You understand? He was in Abuja while we in the village at that time. So I was there. I was responding. My father was not around. So all the women, they were crying. All of them were crying. And I was there, stable enough to be able to respond to. I also felt it. Do you understand? I felt like crying, but I just have to manage myself so I can respond to people that were coming. So that's how leaders behave. You don't manage your emotions. You don't just rush to respond to issues. Don't react to issues like anyhow. And then you don't care. And that's why we have the class of politicians in this country. If you look at them, it's as if for you to be a successful politician here, you must be a bad person that can insult people, that can talk to people anyhow, before you will be considered as somebody that can be involved into anything politics. That's what most of you here, even in this training now, you don't want to participate in politics, because for you, politics is a dirty game based on the way it's being played. Do you understand? You must insult somebody to get something. You must, blackmail someone to get something. It must be like that. So leaders should control their emotions. That's one. So it's one of the characteristics of good leadership. You must control your emotion. All right. Then another one is compassion. As a leader, you must have compassion on the people, on the followers, on the subordinates. All right. Recognize and understand the feelings of others, showing genuine concern on the people that are following you. If you are a leader and you cannot show a genuine concern on the people that are following you, then what kind of leadership is that? What type of leader is that? Do you understand? So it is, it is duty bound for leaders to be compassionate. Do you understand? Show compassion. Show empathy on the people. I don't know whether people are following me. I'm talking about the characteristics of leadership, of emotionally intelligent leaders. Do you understand? These are the characteristics of emotionally intelligent leaders. So if I'm talking, if I mention any of those that I have mentioned so far, if you don't have them, begin to think about it. Are you self-aware of who you are, of your emotions? Do you understand your emotions? How do you react and respond to issues? Then another one, do you control your emotions, or you just respond anyhow? Anything that comes into your mind, you say it. Once you feel any sense of provocation, you just dash out. Is that how you behave? Then you are behaving like that, then it means that you don't need to. I heard of one story, let me tell you, of a hunter. He went out to hunt, and then what happened? He met a squirrel in the bush, right? And then he was speaking with the squirrel. I didn't know what necessitated the talk in the first place. You saw a squirrel in the bush. Perhaps they go your thing. On a normal day, if I see such, I'll be running. He saw it, and instead of him to be running, he was saying that it's like this one say, if there's nothing, it was his mouth that killed him. Do you understand? So the squirrel responded, say, you too, is your mouth that will kill you. Do you understand? So the man ran and reported the issue to his king, that he saw a squirrel in the bush, and he just spoke with him. The king say, how can a skull speak? A dead man, skull, that is in the bush speak with you. How are you insane? Do you understand? And the man say, if we go there and the skull did not speak, kill me, I kill me, kill me. Do you understand? That he should be killed if the skull did not speak. The king said, so fine, let's go. He took the king to where the skull was. And then what happened? He speak, it refuses to speak. They try, say a lot of things, the skull refused to speak. As soon as they bounce, the king ordered that they kill the man, they bounce on the man, killed him, the skull spoke. Say, too, your mouth too, I've killed you. Do you understand? So that's what it means. So as leaders, we don't just respond anyhow. Just watch out what you say. Show compassion. See somebody suffering. Even if you don't have something to give, you can give a word. Let me give one example. This one may be strange to some people who may not understand the biblical injunction I want to give now. Peter and who? Is it Paul? Which one? Peter and John. Peter and John. They met one man. The man was begging, and they said, "Well, we don't have money to give you, but what can we do for you? You can see now." So they healed him. Do you understand? And then started seeing. Do you understand? So that's what it means. So sometimes you don't have, somebody may be begging for food. You don't have food, but you can give a word that will comfort the person and give the person hope. So it's a government is, your government is a renewed hope. And then it's like the hope is on another level. So that's what but let's, so as a leader, you must show compassion. Deeply and genuinely have concern for the suffering of the people. You understand? Another characteristic of emotionally intelligent leaders is that they are motivated. Do you understand? There's a drive. There's something that is driving them. What is driving you? Is this just to come and make yourself rich? Or you genuinely have concern for the problem of this country and you want to do something? When you are contesting for election, when you are hustling for position in your organization, what is that genuine thing that you're coming with in mind? What is driving you? What is making you to go and spend millions, even say your property, to go and contest election? What is driving you? Do you understand? Is it just to go and get a network of senators and House of Reps and then being just part of that and then just like that? I think you saw one of the bill that was proposed at the House of Reps by the Speaker. Did you see? Did you read it? It has been withdrawn, but do you see the wickedness and the level of leadership we have? So these are the things that we're talking about. Do you understand? So leaders must be driven for something better. Some of the policies that we are making in this country, some of the laws we are making in this country will be some of them that one day will even instigate the kind of protest that we will not be able to contain. Some people will call it a revolution. I don't want to call it a revolution. It can be a revolution. It can be any form of protest. Do you understand? But if it's a revolution, you know what revolution means. When there's a revolution, it can kill. Protest may just be just mere damages here and there. So that's what it means. So what is driving you when you are aspiring for leadership, when you're struggling to take position in your organization? What is driving you? What is motivating you? What is your motivation? Is it money? Is it the power? Is it the connection? Is it what? Ask yourself the question. Is it quality and good governance that is driving you? Do you understand? So interpersonal skills. Emotionally intelligent leaders must possess interpersonal skills. Do you understand? Ability to interact with people, build good relationship, communicate effectively, resolve conflicts. Do you understand? Manage disagreements, and then build good relationship with people. So that is what it means. So let's look at some of the effects. The effect of emotionally intelligent leaders on organization. What are the effects? Whether on organization or on the state, what are the impacts of emotionally intelligent leaders? One is they build better teamwork. Emotionally intelligent leaders, all right, that is emotionally savvy leaders, promote open dialogue, all right, leading to stronger collaboration. So, for example, teams may brainstorm more effectively because everyone feels comfortable sharing ideas. Do you understand? So that's what it means. So when you create such kind of atmosphere where people can contribute freely, can make their own contribution, make their suggestion without any limitation, then without any form of criticism, without any form of prejudice, what do you expect? You expect a better team work. Do you understand? So better teamwork. Do you understand? So this is what it means. So emotionally intelligent leaders build what? Better teamwork. All right. Another thing they do is that emotionally intelligent leaders promote what? Higher job satisfaction. Yes. When leaders show compassion, right, and motivation, employees feel more what? Engaged. For instance, team members are likely to stay longer in their roles because they feel valued and appreciated. That's what it means. So when you're working with people that you can easily abuse, you can easily maltreated and mistreated. Do you understand? They will be willing to desert you. But there are people that you work with them and you don't want to retire. You don't want to just resign. You want to continue working with them. Do you understand? Because of the way and manner you interact with them. So that's what it means. So higher job satisfaction. That's what it means. One thing, I was serving as a co-member. I serve as a co-member in a bank. I told you about that thing, I think yesterday. And where I was serving, the last branch where I served, when I was just a co-member, nothing much, but when I was leaving, do you know that I cried? I shed tears. I shed tears because not that I started it anyway, but the people that all the staff that struggled to make sure that I was retained, they fought for my retention. When they discovered that that thing was not being possible, they bursted into tears. All of them were crying. Mature people, men, women, they were crying. And then I also cried. Do you understand? That's what happened. So job satisfaction, higher job satisfaction. As I'm talking about it, I'm feeling like crying. Do you understand? Because it was an emotional period at that time. So that's what it means. So effective conflict management. Effective conflict management. So leaders with strong interpersonal skills can resolve disputes smoothly. So for example, if two team members disagree, the leaders facilitate a discussion that help them to find common ground. That's what leaders do. So it makes the impact on the organization is so positive because conflicts are not becoming counterproductive. Do you understand? Conflicts are rather bringing opportunity for, for positive change, for opportunity for colleagues to get along easily. Do you understand? Based on the way those conflicts are being handled. So it's impacting. So if we're a leader that can be able to intervene and facilitate the resolution of any form of conflict or disagreement in a way that it builds, then I can tell you that your employees are going to go a long way with you. They can help you. They can also contribute massively for the success of the organization. So another impact of this emotionally intelligent leaders on the organization is it boosted what? It boosts efficiency. It boosts efficiency. There's no wastage of time, no wastage of resources. Do you understand? Everything is done in a coordinated, effective, and efficient manner. No time is wasted, no resources, no money is wasted, no human energy is being wasted for anything, because whatever steps they take is a success. Resources are being judiciously applied. Do you understand? So that's what it means. So another impact on organization is positive work environment. Positive work environment. Do you understand? Yes. Environment, the working environment is conducive for everyone to thrive. Do you understand? Then you take away negative feelings, take away negative energies. Because when there are negative energies in the workplace environment, what you see there is hatred, backbiting, gossip. Do you understand? These are the things that you see where there are, negative environment, where the environment is not conducive for work. What you see is backbiting, bad-mouthing, and all manner of things, time wasting. Do you understand? So it's one of the things that you see where people being responsive. Do you understand? And being responsible. So that's what it means. Are we together? I hope you guys are following me. So you are following me. Let me know that you are following me. All right. So let's move on. Let's look at the importance of emotional intelligence in effective leadership and decision making. The importance of emotional intelligence in effective leadership and decision making. So emotional intelligence is crucial for effective leadership and decision making. It involves understanding and managing your own emotions, as well as recognizing and influencing the emotions of others. That's what emotional intelligence in leadership means. So how important is emotional intelligence in leadership, effectiveness, and decision making? Building strong relationship, right? For instance, now as a manager, you notice a team member is stressed about a project deadline. Instead of pushing harder, what do? The leader offers support, which boosts morale and productivity. Instead of saying, please put in more energy to finish this, and please, we are out of time. Time is not on our side. We have to complete this project before this deadline. And you understand? So you are putting more pressure on this struggling staff again. What do you expect? Depression, anxiety, errors. Do you understand? Because this person is working under pressure to try to finish it. While as an emotionally intelligent leader, what do? You can offer what? Support. You may decide to take some of the responsibility, some of the tasks. You can do them depending on how you engage. Or if you think you cannot be able to handle it by yourself, you can look at someone maybe who has completed his own project and who have the skill in that area. You can assign some of the tasks to the person to help that particular staff. Then you give the sense of, you motivate, morale is being boosted. And then what happens? Productivity is guaranteed. Do you understand? That's what it means. It's not put the pressure, it's your job. I am paying you salary. I'm not paying you to come and waste time. I'm paying you to do work. Okay, we know that you are paying him or her to do work, but at the same time, there's a place for compassion. Maybe this person have not been struggling, just that maybe this one tax too much. You understand? So you have to understand, you have to consider, even if you as a leader, you must know the strength and the weaknesses of your staff, or of your employees, of your followers. You understand? People that are working under you, you must know their capacity. So if somebody is struggling, what do? You step in and help and support. You understand? That's what it means. Are we together? So thank you. So that's what it means. Effective communication. Communication builds, like I can tell you, like I said before, 99% of the conflict you have is lack of proper communication, improper communication. Such conflicts are caused by improper communication. Okay, let me tell you something. Today, we're supposed to have a peace clinic by 4 p.m. So when I was sending the reminders, when I was sending a link for them to join the meeting, do you know what I said? I told them to join the meeting by 4:50. Do you see that misunderstanding? I told them the meeting has been published by 4. So I sent them to join the meeting by 4:50. You understand? Meeting was to start by 4. So when there was time for the meeting, they were not joining. So I have to go and check my message. I think, was it one of them that reminded me? Was asking me, are they to join now because they saw 4:50. I said, it was a mistake. Do you understand? I meant to say 3:50 so that we can arrange ourselves before time. Do you understand? But I said 4:50. So you can see that misunderstanding, miscommunication. So you can see the impact of that. They were not connecting because of the information I gave them. Do you understand? So that's what I mean. So communication, if it's not done properly, do you understand? It causes a lot of problem. It misleads, and it causes a lot of damages. So effective communication, leaders who are emotionally intelligent communicate more clearly and emphatically. You understand? You talk with compassion. Talk with people with compassion. Let them feel, let them the tune of your voice to convince them that you have a sense of concern for them. You may not give them anything. You may not do anything for them, but I can tell you that your speech alone will be a source of comfort. I don't know that I'm making sense at all. So, example, during a team meeting, a leader addresses a mistake made by a team member without blaming them. Do you understand? By framing it as learning opportunity. All right. The leader encourage open discussions rather than fear of criticism. Do you understand? So you know that your team member made a mistake, but everybody can make mistake. Is it not true? Even the manager himself must have made mistake. Even as a manager, he can still make mistakes. So when somebody make mistake, why criticize the person, insult, bully the person? You don't know anything. You are a blockhead. This one. Your head is so blunt. You don't know anything. You say you go to university, you graduate. Are you a graduate? Are you sure? You ask so many questions. Are you sure you are a graduate? Then is this how a graduate work? Calm down. You can talk to this person in such a way that even though What stopped you to say, yeah, you made there's a mistake, but I know everybody make mistakes, and this give you room to improve and also to learn. Do you understand? So I'm hoping that next assignment you'll be able to pay more closer attention so that there'll be no mistake. Just do a correction and return it back to me. What stops you from saying that? Must you insult? Must you criticize? Must you show us how perfect you are? You know, things like that. Do you understand? So effective communications, very, very key. And we need it. Most especially those of us that call ourselves leaders. And you know that we are all leaders. It depends where your leadership lies. Do you understand? It may be at the family level, it may be in your organization, it may be at the community level. But leadership is what? Leadership. So at whatever level of leadership you find yourself, communicate effectively. So what are the impact? What are the importance of emotional intelligence on decision making? How does emotional intelligence help leaders make effective decisions? You understand? So leaders with emotional intelligence can balance emotions and logic in their decisions. Do you understand? They consider how their choices affect their team and leading to more thoughtful outcomes. So it's very important. For example, a leader faced with budget cuts weighs the financial needs against team morale. They might choose to cut less impactful expenses, all right, rather than lay off team members, preserving the team cohesion. Do you understand that? You decide to just do a certain cut, but you preserve the team. Nobody's sacked, nobody's laid off. But you just maybe look at some of the expenses that you're going through or you're spending and then cut off some of them just to keep the team moving. Do you understand? It's very important. So that's how decisions are being made. Always separate emotions from your choices, from your decisions. Don't take a decision based on just emotions, but put situation and condition of things into perspective, and that should influence your decision making. The state of things, the condition of things should influence your decision making, not your emotions, because our emotions sometimes may influence us wrongly. Do you understand? So that's why we must take decision based on the issue on ground, not on our emotions, how we feel or what we think. But if what we think is in line with what is on ground, so be it. Decision making can be easy. But always have alternatives when it comes to decision making. If it's not work for you, if it will not go as you want, you can readjust it. Then talk about inspiring and motivating. Inspiring and motivating others is also another importance of emotional intelligence in leadership effectiveness and decision making. Do you understand? So emotionally intelligent leaders know how to inspire their teams. Do you understand? They know how to inspire their teams. They recognize what motivates individuals and can adjust their leadership style accordingly. So that's what we need to do. Influence others, motivate others, inspire others to carry out certain projects, to achieve certain goals. You understand? It's very important. I hope you can hear me. So as leaders, we must take steps to inspire others. Tomorrow you will not be there. So you have to prepare someone to take over you. It's not a kind of sewing by somebody, not the kind of leadership we have in Cameroon. You understand the Popia kind of leadership. So if you're a Cameroonian, you are listening to me now, you understand? So we should prepare leaders that will take over us. We cannot be there forever. It doesn't matter how long we stay there. Where is Mugabe today? He's no longer there. Then are you telling me that people in Zimbabwe cannot have leaders again? So we have to prepare people. No matter how you desire to continue to be there, prepare others. One day they will take over you. You understand? Now, I used to tell some people that the ones that are in my office here with me here, that you see, I am the registrar today. Tomorrow you will be the registrar. So you have to prepare yourself as well and get ready. When such opportunity comes, then you will not struggle. Already somebody is on ground that has been prepared for. So a good leader also prepare, inspire other people, prepare them for leadership. You understand? Because we have ambitions. And maybe one day in duties we call somewhere. Say, come and serve your country in this kind of capacity. And then you are not here to be the registrar. So nobody will take over to be the registrar again. Do you understand? So that's what it means. So let's look at some of the case studies. Case studies of leaders. Case studies. And I think this is the most interesting part of this training. Let's look at some of the case studies, because are there case studies? Are there examples of leaders that use their emotion to bring transformation in their organization or in their countries? We have several of them. In fact, I highlighted several of them, some of them African based, some of them foreign based. So we're going to discuss all of them. Those ones are from Africa. In Nigeria, we have 2. Yes, I'll bring 2 people to give you as example. And if I ask you now to guess the 2 now, some of them are current leaders in different capacities, even today as I'm talking to you now. If I ask you now that you should mention one, just assume, just mention one, just one name, if you can know. Do you understand? But they are not in Tinubu's government too. Neither were they in Buhari's government. Tofiakwa, as our people will say, Tofiakwa. They are not in Tinubu's government. They were not in Buhari's government. You understand? But I will tell you when the time comes. So who are those leaders that have demonstrated emotional intelligence? And what did they do differently? What are the aspects of the emotional intelligence that put into perspective to make sure that the organization becomes successful and their leadership also is described as being successful? Let's look at number 1. Let's look at number 1. Talk about Satya Nadella. Satya Nadella. Do you know him? Microsoft, right? When Satya Nadella became CEO of Microsoft in 2014, he inherited a company facing what? Stagnation and a lack of innovation. Lack of innovation, stagnation. Company was not progressing, it was just stagnated. Our Microsoft that we know, the Microsoft we know, it was at some point stagnated. And then Satya